I think there was something of an interview process we went through. My daughter Mary is our CEO of our organization, and she essentially began the process with you. And I just went on her recommendation a lot, but she did her research to try to find the best person to represent us, and we felt it was you.
The amount of networking and relationships that you guys already had established in the industry was really something that resonated with us. I know we bumped into each other at a Dykema event a couple of years ago, and when we tried to kind of do this voyage solo, we just didn't get near the feedback and the amount of conversations that we were hoping for. And when we partnered with you guys, the amount of groups that started to take interest, I think you were able to kind of put a pretty good summary of what we were as a group as well. Having 8 different entities with the lab and a surgery center, I think was a little bit hard to articulate to an early mover or somebody. There's now strategic and financial partners, so more of the financial ones don't have a lot of dental knowledge or industry knowledge. So to be able to lean on you guys to kind of educate some of those more financial avenues was a big help for us.
I think there was a lot of good homework done up front to see what we might be interested in doing. There was a good planning. What I appreciate especially is communication. If we don't have good communication, it's not going to work. I felt like that you all were available to me and to my daughter, my management team at any time, and you got back to me very quickly. I remember I caught you in an airport one time. And I appreciate you getting back and just taking a few minutes to answer my questions, because it's a very personal thing to do, to sell a practice that you've spent a lifetime, for me 44 years building. And then if we hadn't had a good relationship, it would have been very difficult, even more difficult to find a new partner to be with us in our practice.
You know, when determining the EBITDA was huge, because that was obviously something we couldn't have done on our own. So that was, to me, the most meaningful aspect of the whole process. Was you had this beautiful spreadsheet of the information, and all tied back to the facts and the QuickBooks, and all of that was all put together nicely and with a pretty bow. So I think that goes a long way in our presentation. And you guys were able to help me with some last minute questions they had regarding those items. So that was a huge help for me.
Yeah, you met my expectations, and I think you went over my expectations in that, again, the availability that you had and the professionalism with which you conducted the process meant a great deal to me. And I think that helped us to find the best partner that we could have found.
It's a stressful process, and you did a great job of always keeping me calm, keeping Dr. Ladd calm, because especially near the end when emotions are heightened and the deal is coming to a close, you guys did a great job. You were always able to answer questions, even if they were late at night in a text message, not during working hours by any means. You were always available to me or to Dr. Ladd, and never made us feel like it was a dumb question. So we really appreciated that support and understanding when we were going through the process, for sure.
And just overall navigating this pandemic that's never going to end. I think that helps as well, as again, just let you know, and it just gives you somebody else to again ask some questions on, and just everybody was just in this murky kind of unknown space. So what are real multiples? What year do you do the valuation based on? I think that just the amount of noise that's already in this space, and then you put in a pandemic, and it's just nice to have more people kind of in your court.
It's much more challenging to navigate the process alone, because you don't have any experts guiding you through that process, and you're somewhat at the mercy of whoever is looking to acquire your practice or buy your practice, and whatever they say is you're kind of taking their word for it. And then they have all the power essentially to negotiate the process throughout the process. So I think it's gave me a lot more confidence having TUSK working with us, that we had the best and that I was going to get the best offer. And I had multiple options along the way. It wasn't just take the first one that reached out and hope that I'm signing the right LOI. So that was huge for us, I think, to have the multiple and a variety of options. It wasn't just one private equity group. It was a private equity group, a DSO, another large group. So we got to see multiple options that we never would have had the option to see without having TUSK working with us.
I think what impressed us most with the people we finally partnered with, and I keep saying partnered because Lead basically says we are partners in this whole thing. And so I like that. I'm still involved in administration. I can have some input in what's going on in the business. So I really like that. So I felt like we were matched up culturally, and then the long-term partnership was really a good thing to me to see, rather than having somebody coming in and buying me, combining me with a whole bunch of other offices, and we just kind of lose our identity and just go on. That's not really what I was looking for. So as we sorted through the different buyers, I felt like that we had the information that we needed, and I think you were very important in getting that information so we could make the best choice of the buyers that we wanted to go with.